Hey guys, it's Andy again with another installment of A Story Goes With It. And today's story, we're going to be going back to the summer of 1981. And let's see, we have July 17th of 1981, Judas Priest at the Shays Buffalo Theater. And great concert that I saw. Just to give you a quick little bit of info on the photo. The photo I cut out of a magazine, Judas Priest. But anyway, but the background. This was off the website from 97 Rock. This was probably back in the late 1990s. They had a section on the website where you could actually look up particular concerts that 97 Rock was a sponsor of, and it actually gave you the set lists for that show. And this particular show I had gone to, so I definitely wanted to have this printed out. And it does have list all the songs here of a great show that Judas Priest gave for the Point of Entry tour, which was the album after British Steel and just before Screaming for Vengeance. Great album. Heading Out to the Highway. As a matter of fact, I believe that's what they opened with. Some really great stuff on that album. Anyway, tickets were $9.50. We sat, my friend Matt Kirschmeyer and myself, we went to that show, and we sat in the rear of the orchestra, which is the lower, the bottom level at the theater. So we had pretty good seats. I mean, any seat in the Shays Buffalo is a great seat. Tiny little theater, maybe 2,000-3,000 people. But anyway, yeah, it was great seats. Had two opening acts, not just one. They had Iron Maiden and a Whitesnake. Whitesnake at that time I really didn't know too much about. David Coverdale this was their second album, I believe, that they were promoting for Whitesnake. And I really wasn't, of course, most people understand that they didn't catch on until the late 80s, with the album that had Still of the Night, Here I Go Again, Is This Love, that's when they really broke big worldwide. But anyway, Iron Maiden, on the other hand, was touring for the Killers album, and I wasn't a huge fan. The original singer, who was still with them at the time, was not, I really wasn't impressed. I mean, but it was a little heavier than I would have liked. I like my music, I like it heavy, but I want a little bit of a melody, to have a little bit of a melodic, tone to it. But at that point, the Killers, I mean, it just didn't have it for me. But anyway, now 1981, downtown Buffalo, not a great place. They were revitalizing the downtown area. They were just starting to build the light rail line. So Main Street was completely torn up. I mean, it was just chaos down there. And there's not a lot of parking down there to begin with, but with the streets being torn up, it was just terrible. Anyway, Matt and myself, we drove down to the Shays, and my very first car was a '72 Plymouth, little car. And anyway, we got down there and we're driving around, and this was my first show with the Shays, so I really didn't know, where to park. And I'd been to concerts at the Odd. I knew, everything I needed to know about where to park there. But for the Shays, it was a different story. So we're driving around, and like I said, the construction is just horrendous. And, it's, getting close to, showtime. And finally, I just told Matt, I said, you know what? The hell with this. There were some businesses right across the street from the Shays. One of them was like a restaurant, a diner or something, but they were closed, for the day. But anyway, and there wasn't, like I said, because of construction, and in that time in Buffalo's redevelopment phase, there wasn't a lot going on down there. Okay, so there wasn't a lot of traffic, there wasn't a lot of police, whatever. So I parked the car on the sidewalk, in two wheels up on the pavement, two on the sidewalk, and so we found our way across the street, through the construction, and got into the chaise. And through the front doors, you could see my car on the street across the way. And I was going down to check on it. I don't know, every 30 minutes or so, because I mean, if the car got towed, we would have been in a lot of trouble. I mean, I would have been in trouble with my mom, and then of course, having to pay for the impound and the towing or whatever. Fortunately, nothing like that happened. But it was a great show. Judas Priest, they're one of my more favorite bands, and it was a great show. 97 Rock, really, hit it out of the park when they brought Judas Priest to Buffalo with the Shays, and that's the story that goes with it. So stay tuned for my next installment, and until then, guys, have a great day. Everybody stay healthy, stay safe, keep your distance. Hopefully we'll get through this, a lot faster, than we would like. But until then, take it easy. Have a great day. Talk to you later.